The chapter begins with Yugi getting on a bus as he hopes that something fun will happen. After noticing how crowded the bus is, he spots a classmate of his named Hanahaski. Yugi calls out to him, however Hanahaski looks towards Yugi's direction before looking back out the window. Yugi wonders if Hanahaski had simply ignored him or simply didn't realize it was him due to how crowded the bus is. The bus suddenly stops, which causes Yugi to stumble towards the back. The teen quickly notices two things. The back of the bus is empty, and there's a loud noise. He immediately figures out what the cause of the noise is, or rather who. It appears to be Suzuji, a classmate of Yugi's who's listening to music very loudly. I bet he's going to lose his hearing really soon. The small teen tries to sneak away without Suzuji noticing him, but fails. Suzuji tells Yugi that it's almost time for one of his famous all-night solo live shows, and he wants him to sell 10 tickets to it for 2,000 yen each. He also wants him to try to get a 6-to-4 ratio of girls to boys. Once Yugi arrives at school, he is greeted by Junichi. Junichi states that it seems like there wasn't a star at their school. Yugi is surprised that his friend didn't give up on that. What's this? Some continuity? I kinda had a feeling that Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be one of those series that would have trouble remembering its own continuity. Anyway, after claiming that he would come the first out of their school, Junichi notices that something's bothering his short friend and asks what's wrong. Yugi lies by telling him that it's nothing. After school, Yugi spots Hanahaski again. As he's about to sell him a ticket, Yugi chickens out. However, it turns out that Hanahaski is also selling tickets to Suzuji's show when he tries to sell one to Yugi. Being a nice guy, Yugi tells Hanahaski that he'll take his tickets off his hands. Hanahaski is iffy at first, but does hand them over. Once Yugi is gone, Suzuji appears and tells Hanahaski that he saw what just happened. We then jump to the karaoke bar where Yugi is the only one who showed up, which Suzuji isn't happy with. Yugi apologizes and states that he'll listen to the taller teen singing. Still angry, Suzuji places a pair of headphones on Yugi's head before turning up the volume and starts singing. After a few songs, Suzuji reveals a beaten up Hanahaski. Yugi then changes to what fans like to dub Yani Yugi. He challenges Suzuji to a game, a silent game. Like in previous chapters, Yugi explains the rules. Both players will have one of these clown things in front of them as they stay completely silent. Whoever makes a noise and causes a clown to dance will lose. As they play, Suzuji feels a little unease sitting in their room in silence instead of filling it with his singing. But he tells himself that if he wins, he's going to give Yugi a beating that's worse than the one he gave Hanahaski. He then notices the jack from Yugi's headphones is teetering on the rim of a glass. Figuring that he has this game in the bag, he waits impatiently for the jack to fall. Suddenly one of the clowns starts to dance. Suzuji is confused on what set it off since the headphone jack is still on the cup. Yugi reveals that the sound that set off the clown is Suzuji's heartbeat, which is coming from the speakers due to the volume of the microphone in Suzuji's hand being on max. The chapter ends with Yugi carrying Hanahaski away. This chapter is okay. The only problem I have is that it feels formulaic. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's just that it's kind of hard for me to criticize this chapter since it feels very familiar to the previous two chapters with a few tiny changes. I believe the reason for this is that all three chapters deal with Yugi's school life in some way. For example, this chapter as well as the first one has Yugi dealing with a fellow student from his school, while the second chapter has a green news director using Yugi as a victim in a false story about school bullying at a school. I wouldn't be surprised if some new readers drop the series at this point because of this. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if some people who are only familiar with the anime would be turned off as well. Luckily, it does get better soon. That's all I have to say, and I'll see you next time on Read Little by Little.